given all this coffee-powered cash flying around, you could be forgiven for thinking that setting up a coffee shop chain would be a license to print money. But you'd be wrong. As the noughties dawned, coffee drinking seemed to be deeply entrenched in the British lifestyle.
I got very excited back in 2003 when I saw the latte had become part of the consumer price index. And for me, that was a sign that this market was really here, that this branded coffee product was part of British lifestyle.
Despite this, none of the brands was turning a profit, because coffee shops only make money if they can control the fixed costs, like their rents. One company in particular was struggling. Coffee Republic had been the brainchild of brother and sister team Bobby and Sahar Hashemi. They had grown their business quickly since 1995, taking on locations with astronomical rents where footfall would be high. But their brand was not strong enough to pull in the punters.
They were a brand that was wanting to be a Starbucks, but they didn't have the same brand pull of Starbucks. They didn't have the financial covenants, they didn't have the financial clout of Starbucks. So they're going head to head with Starbucks on the same premises and actually perhaps a bit of hubris, paying above and beyond what they should have paid.
Rents matter because a third of us are more likely to choose a coffee bar based on its convenience than any other factor, meaning landlords can charge a fortune for prime sites.
In the land grab, we ended up acquiring sites that, because of the competition or because of the high rents, have not been profitable for us.
Coffee Republic was eventually forced into administration. Bobby Hashemi stepped down, and today the company is a fraction of the size it once was. The UK coffee market had boiled down to three big brands. Starbucks out in front, with Costa and Nero bringing up the rear. But the landscape was about to change.
In the mid-2000s, Costa was a mediocre brand. It was a brand that was a bit of a lost. It was stuck in the middle, really. It was in no man's land. It didn't have the coffee credentials of Cafe Nero. It didn't have the sort of sexy brand image of Starbucks. The arrival of a new management team in 2007 was actually a pivotal moment in Costa's development. It really was the moment that they put the foot on the accelerator.
One of the new managers who put his pedal to the floor was marketing whiz Jim Slater. In 2008, he hatched a plan that would hit Starbucks where it would hurt.
There was a general perception amongst the public that all coffee was the same, and it clearly isn't. So we commissioned a blind taste test, and the results were stunning.
It was a robust and well-certified study, and from that we felt confident enough to put advertising out that said 7 out of 10 coffee lovers prefer Costa.
When the ad campaign was first launched, Howard Schultz seemed undaunted.
We serve about 2 million customers a week here in the UK. We are the leader, and we will maintain our leadership position.
But Costa's adverts had gone for Starbucks' jugular.
We wanted to be fairly blatant, and lines like, "Sorry Starbucks, the people have voted," were quite hard-hitting at the time, and they proved very effective.
Starbucks was unnerved and complained to the Advertising Standards Authority.
We thought they would complain, and that's why we had to make absolutely sure that the research was totally robust, perfectly legal, and would stand to any kind of challenge.
The ASA upheld Costa's claims despite Starbucks' contention that the blind test only used cappuccinos and that the test did not prove that Starbucks customers preferred Costa's coffee.
There was some level of challenge around, the accuracy of it, but that was all upheld and was found to be true. And I guess beyond that, we should probably ask Starbucks.
They're very entitled to say what they say. And actually that's fine, because we've got to concentrate on what we do. We've got to concentrate on our customers and making our business the best it can be.
I don't think Starbucks are at all frightened of us. You know, we're a microscopic blip on their proverbial posterior.
Just get my large latte, still. Yeah, no worries.